Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, my name is Arrowfire and welcome back to another episode of Look Out and Shout, where today I've got something very special to go through with you all. You may have seen on social media that I've been picking up the Blokees Transformers, and I went through the first set of these kind of on a bit of a whim, but I like them so much. I got the first box set that I picked up, their fourth release, really liked it, and Blokees and I got in touch with one another and they decided to send me a nice little goodie box, which I'm going to go through with you today. This is a gift that they've sent to me, which I am so pleased, so grateful. Thank you very much, Blokees, for sending this. I can't wait to see what's inside. Without further ado, let's crack into it. Alright, let's get into it. Always remembering to cut away from yourself. And what do we have here? Okay, we have a Rise of the Beast style Optimus Prime in a very nice box art there. Very tall figure. I have seen, I think it's their Scourge, some of the bigger ones, but I haven't picked up one of them yet, so that's going to be cool. I haven't got a Prime of these yet, so that's nice. I'm going to put that there. What have we got here? What's this? It's a little Sharkticon. Oh, it's like a little storage box. That's clever. That's cool, because with the first Blokees set, you have a load of other hand accessories and other bits that you just kind of have lying around. So I guess this is like a bin, I suppose. That's going to be quite cool. Look, yeah, Sharkticon storage box. I like that. Very nice. We've got at least one box here. Now we're talking. Galaxy version 2. Here we have Cliff Jumper, Inferno, 2 Grimlocks, Grapple, Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, Starscream, Mixmaster and Longhaul. Very nice there. Oh, that was a set that I did have my eye on, so that's nice. But wait, there is one more? What have they done here? What have they sent me? Oh my. Blokees, you spoil me. 2 of them. Galaxy version 3, the Autobot Run. Here we have Red Alert, Slug, got to make sure I say the right name there, Sideswipe, Bumblebee, another Slug, White Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, Soundwave, Scavenger and Bone Crusher, I believe. Have I got those names right? I always get them slightly wrong. That is a lovely little addition. Thank you so much, Blokees. That's brilliant. You spoilt me there so much. Wow. Where to begin? Where do you start? Well, I'll tell you what, it makes sense. Let's start with the Sharkticon. And the instructions this time look much more simpler. They're actually printed on the side of the box. So he's got a couple of legs, a couple of hands, and some teeth. So, where are we going to do with this? Well, let's look at the body, which is either side of here. This is where you find out, despite years worth of Lego and other forms of building, you really forget how to make anything. Legs on one side, all very straightforward. You get yourself on there. Wonder why he's pink. Not that I mind, it's very energon. Ball joint on one side, surprisingly sharp. Teeth go in the roof of the mouth, which is typically where people keep their teeth, and that would hinge on the back. And there you go, there he is. He's lovely, he's a big old bin, that's great. So if you've got any form of storage of stuff lying around, extra hands, it will live in there, and I think we will be using that. I love that, lovely little design, really nicely detailed and marked, all the little panel lines as well. Yeah, you could have a whole little squad of these, 3 of them in a row, because I feel with the amount of box sets they sent me here, I think I'm going to use them. You stay over there, mate. Alright, it's prime time. So I haven't done one of these. On the back he says he's an Autobot leader, Justice Incarnate. Wow, very Brock Lesnar. Optimus Prime has been away from his homeworld of Cybertron for a full 7 years and is hiding out in New York City. New York City? So what have we got here? We have a very nice instruction booklet. Oh, we've got a load of things actually. So, well, what's all this? Batteries? I did not realise he was mechanical. Batteries go into the chest. CR9273 bolt. I will check the drawers and I will see if I've got those batteries in stock. Bet I have. So we've got a nice little sticker of the Blokees logo on the top with an Autobot symbol and Prime peering up from the bottom. Now I haven't managed to pull the boundary off, but it is a sticker. You can stick it somewhere, which I'm sure I'll find somewhere to put that. And some nice big accessories here. So, well, let's get the stand open and we know what that's going to do. So we have a stand of 2. And I would suggest they clip together if they're anything like the other ones. It looks like he does stand across 2 of them, and I think it says on the instruction you're supposed to put a logo over the top of it. The sticker that comes with it. That's clever. Ah, there is piercing holes. You might not see it, but there's 4 faint lines through the middle. So, aha, we do 2 and 2. This is where I find out I've assumed and put it in the wrong place, but let's guide it up to the holes. And there we go, it's a bit more detailed, nice stand now. I thought that was just going to be a sort of a sticker that it comes with that you can kind of put wherever you like, but it actually goes on a display stand. That's cool. Let's keep that to one side for now. Now the instructions say that we start with the head, so let's get this open. Whilst not everything here is head related, we will have some parts here for the eyes of the head. So let's put some stuff to one side. That is what we need. And here we are. I tell you man, if you're on the fence about these figures, do not be. They're such good fun. They're just simple fun. Something to be enjoyed for what it is. So we've got every bit open now, so we need Prime's face. Give me your face. There it is. So, you come off now. Now it says quite simply, plug the back of the face into the front of the face, make sure the eyes go through the eye hole. It can be a little small, but once it's in, it's in. And then the back of the head on. Now I've got the back of the front, that's the front of the head. So I thought I was a bit ahead of myself. Ahead. It's all pretty easy, there's grooves to line up with. They think these things out so well, like you've got holes and pegs to lock in and just be that little bit more secure. You think, oh, would it hold? There you go, there's Prime's head. Looking very, very nice. Lovely chiselling. I don't know if you'll see it on the faceplate. That's cool. Really like that. Carry on in order. So it says right arm next. It does actually list the parts. I should have said this at the start. All of these are numbered. If you've used things like building figures before, maybe even Warhammer, it does say numbers that you are supposed to pull away. So where are we here? This is where you want to get like those mini pliers. 7 and probably 8 to follow. Let's just keep with 7. Then it tells you want to go with D1, which I've got here, and you want 9 from that. Where's my 9? And like so. Then it wants you to get G7, G7, 7. Right, now we're getting into familiar territory, at least for me. We're going to start putting hinges and ball joints onto things. So, because there is a way to do this, my little tip to you is if you get 2 little curvatures of these things, they've got to kind of face in and of each other. You possibly won't see it, but that's just my little tip. There's 2 little grooves that kind of go counterwise to each other. Amazingly, I haven't dropped stuff down the side here, but there is still time. There, nice definitive click. There you go. That is the one part of the upper arm done. As a matter of fact, Prime's head can go and live in here for now. And then I'll forget where that is. Oh, we're going straight into hands. Okay, alright. Didn't think we were there, but we're there. So this is like a wrist covering going on. It's all really small stuff, but so intricately detailed. And then you've got a ball joint that will slide on like so. And there you have Prime's right arm. It seems very small, but it's, trust me, lovely and detailed. The red breaks it up nicely. That's cool, that's fun. It's about 6-7 pieces, so really easy to put together. It's really, really nice. Now we can attach on Prime's weapon. And I think for the sake of that, let's give that a go, shall we? I think this is just going to sit in place of his hand. So whether or not I put it on his other hand or just attach to what I've just made, I suppose it's up to me. And there's a slight peg, it can only go one way. There. Yep, wants you to slide off the hand and put that in its place, and that is Prime with his gun. to which he's going to take off Scourge's head. Very nice. I might attach that in a minute, so let's put that there. I suppose we should do the left arm whilst we're here, seeing as we know what we're doing now. That clicking you could hear is actually my knuckles rather than the figure. And now we have two arms. Two arms of Prime. Very, very, very nice. Okay, onto the body. Now, let's see about the electrics. So it's got something in place here. Let's consult the instructions, shall we? But I think that's going to light up possibly Prime's eyes. I have seen electronics on other people's Blokees, so that's something I'm quite keen for. But I didn't know this particular figure came with it, and of course I didn't know Blokees were going to send me this exact one. But I'll have to do something about that because it's something I really want to try. Okay, so he wants some shoulder joints on, so let's get a couple of those. Again, if you've... Oh, hello. He's got working lights. It comes pre-assembled. Thank you very much, Blokees. Now, how do I turn that off so it doesn't die? Maybe I don't. Maybe it stays on. The light can be triggered by shaking the body. Ah, it's gone off now, so it's time sensitive, but it's reacting to movement. That's lovely. I like that. I really do. And thank you very much, Blokees, for pre-installing a battery for me, because I don't know where I would have tracked those down. That would have been a delivery job. But there you go. So that's that on, and we need a little blue boy to go on his head, to which Prime's head's going to go on. There, that is now on. So let's move on to arguably the funnest part, the chest. Now, I don't really need to see what I need to get here. These look distinctly chesty. So that's going to make up the, I say the front of Prime, but then I suppose it would. Yeah, okay. And that more or less sits round. There are some grooves for the arms to go into. You've got to make sure that the shoulder pieces line up to snug it in. This is going to be his much more mechanical gubbins of the back. Okay, now we're cooking on gas. There we go. A bit more exoskeleton-like Prime's chest. Now let's try and get the glass sorted. When I say get the glass sorted, there is a tiny little groove that they can kind of dig into the top of the window ledge. So now that's that on, and then he has kind of his, I don't know, light guards, would you say? What pieces are we looking at? Okay, one clip in there and a less definitive clip in there. There you go. He's got his glass in there. He's got his wings on as well. I love that it's pre-existing light. That's lovely. That's so, so cool. But we're not done. G16 on the back. Right, now that the back is on, we could even save a bit of time and put Prime's head on. So out the bin you come. See him all on, all lit up, and that is brilliant. You can just see the blue eyes piercing through. That is quality. I like that. Really, really do. I think that's right. I think I've clipped that together right. The shoulder pad more or less sits on it, but you're better off doing the external piece first. And that goes on. That's the upper half of Prime. That's nice. You sit there for the minute, mate. Right, onto the legs. We've done that. We need the two bigger parts for the legs, which is what? D2 and D1. And there you go. You do know when you've done it right because it makes a much more satisfying click. And I think that's right. I think that's the bottom part of his leg constructed, unless I've done that wrong, but that's how the bottom leg will go together. So that goes on the bottom part, and logic would dictate that that goes on a peg on the top part. And as I say, once you clip it all together, it all feels very natural, feels very, very comfortable. And that goes on the front of the leg. This is where I find out I've done the wrong leg. That is one shin, bottom half of the leg, with knee joint, done for Optimus Prime. Now we're not done fully with Prime's feet, but we'll bring them into view. He has some blue shoes going on him, so they sit over the top of his shoes, giving him a nice rounded horseshoe effect. Then plugs straight in. There we go. Now we have 2 feet of Prime, but we've got some thighs to do. I think that's right, but I'm not sure I've done this side bit right. It says to clip on there, but okay, it's somewhat given a joint up thinking. There we go, that looks a little better. I had the wrong piece on. That goes in there, and that is definitely Prime's right leg. Looking at him left leg, that's it done. So, now I sort of know where I'm going. I think that's it. I think that's 2 legs. but we will find out. We clip them on like so, and like so, and I think we are done. There he is. There is Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. He's lovely. It's a very nice design for Blokees, to be honest. It's kind of the materials they use, this suits it more. So I think that's really, really cool. I do really like it. Building it's fun. I love the little shakeable light up feature. I think that's really nice. Really glad it came with batteries included. Let's get him on his stand. Now, he comes with 2 of these explosion effects, I suppose. And there you go. That is brilliant. I love that. I love that kind of use of everything, of using a stand, using stickers, using effects. I haven't used one of these Blokees of this size before, but now I'm very tempted. They've got that little bit more stature to them. I think they look brilliant. That is so, so cool. Okay, well, I'll put him alongside, and of course, first and foremost, we do have some bits left over. So, Mr. Sharktagon. Okay, next let's get on to this lovely set. Okay, so off camera I've assembled all of the thighs and arms, so let's get on with putting some pieces together. Let's do the thighs, which are the thicker parts, and they're pretty straightforward. Clipping in like so. Now to construct the legs, unlike Prime, these are a little bit easier. You just get the 2 front pieces, clip them together, quite a nice click. Now this is where I end up putting the wrong one on the wrong way. Let's do both of them just to be sure. I did that when I assembled the other ones. Now I'm going to go with the fact that this one's got a slight divot there on that side. That on as well, then we can get the feet in. Doesn't matter which feet goes in where. Now for his arms, you want the chunky parts on the bottom half. It's going to be his forearm. He's definitely been going to the gym. And then for the shoulder pads, making sure the ball joint is exposed, clips on the outer side, like so. Now I've got 2 of his hands ready, so I'll show you what they are all about. They're clipping on like that, but we know Grapple, he will have another form of arm movement shortly. Then we can start to mount him up. These can be a bit trickier because the extended shoulders are a little bit further protruding, but that is more or less how Grapple will look. Making sure everything's hinged the right way so we can do a full arm bend. There he is. That's lovely. That yellow is particularly nice. But being Grapple, he can use his arm mounted gun. I would have thought they would have had it as an interchangeable hand, but it actually is arm mounted. It says on the instructions that it is. That's pretty cool though. I like it. Gives him kind of a blast effect rather than a weapon himself. But yeah, I would have thought, much like his actual toy, it would have replaced the fist altogether. But yeah, I think he looks really, really cool. I say that yellow is lovely. The chest design is particularly good. Absolutely beaming with light and energy. Yeah, he's a lovely, lovely figure. And of course he can go on his stand that he comes with. Who do we have next? It's another yellow figure. Hey, bits going everywhere again. But this is looking distinctly like Grimlock. As a matter of fact, it is in robot mode. Well, there's his front and there's his back. So in that goes, and again we're going to need his shoulders assembled in the meantime. There his chest. We can do the head while we're here. So we've got blue eyes. So we've got 2 pegs at the top. Typical Grimlock head sculpt. We need a ball joint. That's that upper section of Grimlock done. You do get into a rhythm as you do these things. Everyone will have their slightly different way of doing things, but it does make sense to have stuff prepared beforehand. They're on the feet. Get that plugged in now, one side, and the other at least he's able to stand. You get it around the right way. But that's the beauty, if you get it wrong it's fairly easy to correct. Shoulder pads, clip on the outer section, I think that's right. We can deal with getting some hands off whilst we're here. Let's go with closed fists for Grimlock, we won't go with the open hands. Going for the big boy shoulders. Very clean Grimlock so far. Liking the detailing on the inside of the forearm there, that's very nice. So now let's try and work on his back section. So we've got to get some dino claws into some dino arms. So slightly fanned out into the back. We'll get him holding his gun whilst we're here. No sword, of course. That is Grimlock. His stocky shoulders and detailing on the arms is brilliant. The chest is lovely as well. Head sculpt is good. It's Grimlock. As I've said before, you can't mess up the Dinobots really. It's very, very hard to. And green. We have another Constructicon. Of the set that I got to begin with, the Constructicons were arguably my favourite. This is Long Haul. They just had a bit more, and the colour was really working in their favour. It was just lovely. Get those shoulder pieces on. You should know by now. We just want that little purple bit sticking up to be his funnel, I suppose. There you go. Very blocky head. Very square head. Plug in the hinges for the bottom. Well, not the hinges, the ball joints. And again, put it around the wrong way. Nothing that can't be fixed. 1, 2. Now he's standing up. He's looking very beefy already. Let's get some arms on the go. Arms are already partially assembled. I'll tell you what, first of all, we'll put his backpack on. Back dozer. Gives him a bit more of a stockier back. There you go, that's now on. And there he is, all correctly done. Well, yeah, I just got the arms and the legs around the wrong way. It won't be the last time that happens as well. Now, what's interesting is it says, and I had to double check this, it comes with his gesture replacement gun, which says it plugs in to the base of his arm. Now, bringing in grapple, I would have said this is more of a grapple gun, the rocket for long haul. I would say that would have been more suited to him, plugging into the side. And this could be the wrong way around as well, but I just had to go with me for a minute. I would have said this would be better for grapple. I don't know. I feel that rocket's more suited, but this is definitely what came out of the long haul pack. But that's more what I would have expected. Arm mounted, and I feel long haul always had a rocket. But I'm looking at the packaging. Green again, so it could be another Constructicon. And it is. It's Mixmaster. Green pegs these times. So you slide down. Okay, that's new. And then somewhat groove in. There is a clip section on the top of his cement mixer section, so get the grooves in, and you probably want that peg to sink into there and disappear. I will say my recommendation for this is to do them over sittings rather than what I'm doing now and doing it all in one sitting. It's up to you, of course, but the first set I took my time. I did it over a period of days. This time now I'm doing it all in one hit, full of video, of course, but it's just something I think is worth mentioning. You get more enjoyment when you can do them at your leisure. And there we go, there is Mixmaster built. He does come with an arm-mounted scanner, which is nice, but no other weapon, which I guess is a little bit funny. And I don't think it goes anywhere else. It says on the instructions arm mounting. So there you go, he can be the reconnaissance one of the crew. And that's how these two look together. Very, very nice. Nice set. Aha. Looking quite inferno here. We are indeed. Quite a blaze with it all. So we sort of know where we're going with this one. Don't think there's any particular way in which it goes. No. So let's find out. There we go. Inferno is now standing. Now Inferno will come with his arm-mounted, or water-mounted, arm-mounted water cannon I should say. And there is Inferno. Much like with Grapple, the red is lovely. These are two quite standout characters. They got quite a lot of expression to them. The chest piece on both of them is lovely. Do you see how I feel Grapple belongs with Long Haul's gun? It just works more. You see it on Inferno, is it any wonder? But these two look fabulous together. And I think there's only a few things with blue in it. Yes. Here we have a Starscream. This is going to be very fun. I haven't had a Seeker yet, so that looks like a Megatron gun. Okay, I wasn't necessarily expecting that. Quite topical at the moment. You will not see the amount of time stuff has flung out my hand onto the floor. There's going to be so much editing to do here. Let's see what we've got going on with his wings. Should be pretty straightforward. Doesn't matter which way they go, I don't think, but I've been wrong before. And face, much like Grapple and Inferno, just clips straight in. What I find is if it doesn't go all the way in, get it on the ball joint and give it a good push down. And he's got a little smirk on. That's nice. That's cool. So they go on the top of these, do they? Okay. Shoulder mounted rather than arm mounted. That's okay. There he goes, he's all armed up. Now I will say some of you might notice that these things are on the outside, whether they should be on the inside and it has more clean aesthetic. It's just a case of I can't always get them in, and I don't think it matters too much that there's a hole on that side. But Starscream, yeah, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot to like. The null raise is good, that kind of expression. Even do a bit of a waist rotation. I think Starscream's going to be one of the more expressionate ones on the go. But let's see what we've got here with what looks like a Megatron. And there we go. It plugs into his other hand, which is a nice accessory. I didn't expect him to come with it, but you got effectively 3 pieces making up Megatron in gun mode. And that's lovely. That's really cool. Very toon accurate, very G1, as I say, very topical at the moment. But yeah, Starscream has been a bit of a surprise there. He was always going to be good, wasn't he? But yeah, he looks really, really cool with a sinister face on the go. Black figure, is this going to be Cliff Jumper? Ah, no. We have a Nemesis. No, we don't. We have a Shattered Glass. Well, it says IDW, but yeah, Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. Right. Oh, he's got different finger. Interesting. All right. Let's get building. Shattered glass chest plate. That's got my attention. That's very detailed on there. Very, very nice. There we go. He can now stand on his own. So the vent stacks actually look like they are assembled already, unlike the more giant version of Prime. And that's how Shattered Glass Optimus Prime looks. He looks lovely. He's got a lot of detailing on the go. Love the gun. Love the finger expression. No one else has come with that yet. That is a very nice figure and a lovely use of purple as well. This looks like Cliff Jumper. It certainly does. That looks like the back of the figure. And that looks like the front. Got an angry, grimacing face on the go. Now again, I don't think it matters which way these go. The designs look much the same. But first things first, he needs a pelvis. Don't we all? Ah, interestingly, he has no design front or back, so he's fairly unilateral in that sense. Is that the right word? There's a wheel that goes on his back. Otherwise, he would look a bit bland. That's the only thing I'd say putting him together. He does come across as a little bit simple compared to some other offerings. He does come with an Energon cube and some guns, which is nice. But you can argue a tad limited. And I think that's Cliff Jumper. He's nice, he's very grey. The grey does stand out more. He does come with an Energon cube, comes with 2 Energon cubes in fact. But they are clear. Whether they're for lighting inside them, it doesn't look like it. Maybe you could put something to reflect behind them, like light piping. And of course you can hold one, like so. So yeah, he looks cool. I like the grimacing face. I like the detailing on the windshield. I like his gun. But he's possibly a bit limited compared to some of his other offerings. Grimlock in Dino mode. More Energon cubes. Now in the previous set I had, I did make Snarl in his Dino mode. So this is going to be in Dino mode, I think. Yes, there is. There's a Dino head, so this could be interesting. Blue eyes in straight away. Now we've got to find his Dino jaw. Finding is the hardest thing sometimes. See his arms. It's This is where it's going to be right in front of me and I don't know where it is. That looks like a jaw. Dino head. Because whilst you can get all comfortable with what way it's going to go, animals aren't exactly common for this set. Animal modes, you're mostly dealing with bipeds. So, not a Grimlock isn't on 2 feet, but it's a bit of a different design than what we have been building. And I guess it makes you think, okay, what's going where next? So that's got to be part of his tail, you would assume. That looks tail-like, that looks like a tail connection. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. I feel like I've missed something important. But that is more or less Grimlock in a nutshell. And that's nice. That's very nice. Now, it says in the instruction he can come with a gold hat. That's the hat from making Computron, but I can't see it. Secret edition comes with the Wisdom Transfer Device, fire effects and red eyes, which doesn't look like I've got on my copy, sadly. Which is a shame, because that would have been quite cool. But I like how he looks. He looks almost cute, which the king of the dinosaurs shouldn't necessarily look cute, but he does look quite cool. What's that? You want to do 9 more? Okay, let's start with box set 3, the Autobot Run. I would say we're straight on with Slug, but it says on the instructions Slag. You have to take my word for it, but it's there. So if that's what it says, that's what I've got to call that. Very big boy torso going to go here. So it talks to you really about, well, that's him in robot mode. Actually, let's have a look at the beast mode. Okay, so we end up putting one of the ball joints on, even though it's not going to have a head, and then it wants some kind of spine going through the base. It wants it facing that way, I suppose, and then the torso goes around it. Okay, fair enough. I guess like that. Yeah, okay, as long as I don't have to put anything across his back. A lot of the time you find with these things it's trial and error. Then it tells you to put his, I don't know, scales on and his tails. Scales and tails. Flip all the way in and we have a dino underjaw. Horns to go in as well. He definitely feels the more complete of the two. There's more to do here. There we go, horns out, and then his head, as it's just called. Spines, scales, part of his head spikes. Do they clip on? Looks like they should. That's brilliant so far. That's really, really good. Okay, now let's have a look at legs. Didn't make the most definitive click, but that's his hind legs on. Let's sort out the front legs, which just go the same as robot legs, or robot arms really. So we should know the score by now. Okay, well, bit of a shame here. Unless I dropped it on the floor, I can't seem to find the other part that makes his leg. And that is a shame, because I kind of need that to hold the leg up. Ah, something of a red demeanour. That looks a little bit alerty. Interestingly, we don't have the call-out discs on this set that we did in the set before. And you would guess it's the same bobblehead treatment. It just seems a bit of a higher up neck. Don't you think? Move on to pelvis. What do we have here? So I think they go like that. That's okay. Let's get some thighs on him. Clip. And clip. Now he's standing. The white is very reflective. I hope that comes across on camera. And we'll get the arms on like so. Now it's just a case of doing his rocket, which goes on the end of this. I'll sort that out a little bit off camera, but yeah, his gun's a little bit loose. That's a bit of a shame. And he does come across a little bit rounded, I suppose, but I love the detailing on the legs. And the white is a very attractive white. It's very pearlescent, very reflective. I see, no, it's going to be slug, going to be slag. In Robot. Comes with a sword, that was probably the giveaway, but I have heard about potential duplicates. Let's get his chest built. If I remember from building the Dino mode, it was the same front and back. You add on the gubbins later. Of course, we can do a little bit of familiarity work around the Dino head because we've done it once before. So he comes with light up eyes. So light up eyes, giving the effect of light up eyes. And he seems to have an open jaw, which is okay, which is fine. So that can go there. His dino wing is one piece. So now we're back to hinges. Right, let's move on to some arms. So I've got to do yet more hinges. And there is one slag. Slag. Yeah, he's nice. He's got a real stocky vibe to him. The backpack does make a difference. He does look cool. Very open-eyed, very wide-eyed. I like the white here. That opens it up nicely. And you just have to imagine what 4 legs would look like, but it's cool to have 2 of the same figure. And an axe. Okay, alright. Well, you possibly worked out this is going to be Ultra Magnus. It says Dreamwave, which I suppose is right. You could be cheeky and say it's very Nova Prime, maybe. Doesn't have any wings. But this looks cool. Very nice pearlescent white. I still haven't got an Optimus Prime. I've got Nemesis, I've got Shattered Glass. I haven't actually got a typical red Prime. But I'm sure that won't be the case for too much longer. Very nice, very cold blue going on there. Very cool. Right, so that'll be outside grid, that'll be inside grid. Very nice. Let's get them attached. And there he is standing. Very nice colour scheme so far. They've got the white nice and done. And we'll get a grabby hand. It's also got a backpack I need to fix. Let's get that in there first. Oh, I remember this one before. He won't hold the gun in that hand. I won't go with the pointy finger that he comes with, although there it is just for your reckoning. That's brilliant. He's brilliant. Much like the Ultra Magnus I've got in my set, that's very, very cool. Again, the white is super reflective. The blue is picking up, the red accents are good. Very clean on the back. And considering it's pretty much almost all one colour, maybe 2, there's a lot of bounce here. It's a lot of life. That's lovely. Love that axe as well. That's really, really cool. This looks like Soundwave. This, at least from what I could see of it, is one I was really, really looking forward to. I think they've really got the blockiness, pardon the pun, for Soundwave really, really well. Chest piece. We should know the front and back of Soundwave by now, shouldn't we? Familiarity, but yeah, you had to really get the bottom hinge in to get that lined up. We've got the typical play buttons, which we will throw in on the underside. Very nice. Shall we work on his head? And that is cooked to perfection. That's great. Head sculpt is great. Just the right level of blockiness. Pardon the pun. Again. And that goes in like that. That goes in like that. And there he is standing nice and proud. So the camera unfortunately died midway through, but I did manage to finish off Soundwave. And there is just some lovely detail. I've just got my torch on the go because it's getting a bit dark. Now there is a secret addition to this according to the instructions that does come with laser beak, but I did not get that. But if you do open up his chest, you can put in like a little fake cassette, but otherwise he's possibly the standout of this set so far. The detailing on his legs is brilliant. He's just the right character for this. That blocky design, no pun intended. He's so cool. And we're on Constructicons. This looks like, I'm guessing, is this going to be Bone Crusher? I'm trying to look for some kind of characteristic going on here. So there's like a 2-tier chest on this one. That's interesting. Let's have a look at the box art. Yeah, it just shows it going on the front of him. Okay, well, who am I to ignore instructions? It's like a little double hinge bit. You can get like extra gubbins. Okay, well let's finish that up. Let's see about where his head's going to go. So a little bit tighter. Let's see about pushing it all down. I've connected it all up. There you are. 2 nice clicks. Very nice face on the go. He does come with a green gun, but other than that, not an awful lot else. But it is quite cool getting all the Constructicons together. Let's get him standing. Alright, well, at least he can stand on his own 2 feet. Shoulder pads on the go. Now, question as to which way these go. Looks like they point upwards. Okay, so we're going to do... And there he is. Very nice, very, I don't want to say ordinary, he's not. He's actually got lovely chest detailing, but he doesn't have any other kind of digger accessory going on, so you almost wouldn't know he turns into a construction vehicle, if you see what I mean. Not like Scrapper, not like the others. But the Constructicons have arguably come out the best looking of this set. Aha! Everyone's yellow friend. This looks like Bumblebee. I am looking forward to seeing how the little yellow fellow is going to come out. Let's get the back on there as well. Nice little rounded feel to the fellow. Has he got a backpack of any kind? You're possibly full of legs, both of you. No, maybe not. He's got a thumbs up though, that's pretty cool. Not for the first time, get the feet round the right way. He does come with a blast effect for his gun, the only one who does come with a blast effect. I won't attach it, but he comes with like a little data pad, which looks like it has Spike on it. You won't be able to see, you have to take my word for it, but it's a cartoon still of Spike that he can pop on his arm and have as a radio message. On his back we've got a wheel. So now let's try and do something about this head. You won't be able to see, but the blue part for giving the eyes behind the white face, the yellow peg it goes over was really tight, so I had to really push those in. Just a minor issue, but it wasn't allowing me to close up the head. Now I have, and there he is, Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky. He's cool. He's maybe not as expressionate on the face as I thought he would be, but yeah, he's really cool. I particularly like his gun. Yeah, I love the thumbs up. Yeah, that's cool. Looks like Sideswipe. Nice Countach style bonnets. This will follow pretty much the same build as Red Alert, almost identically really, barring a couple of bits. Okay, let's now try and build the head. So that looks like it grooves right in there. His eye